Well, a little bit disappointing, but anyway, whatever. We go on. Oh! Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. We're starting with round one. Okay, let's minimize everything. And here we go, round one. All right, so we get d4 from Sam. What do I want to play? I guess I'll play knight f6. Why not? c4. Let's go e6. There's g3. I'll go d5 here. I mean, c5 is a move. Let's just play standard Catalans. What his ideas. Take. I'm gonna play knight e5. Okay, so he's gonna play this one. Plays knight a3. Now, of course, takes and bishop a6 is all pretty standard. Queen d2, rook b8, queen a5, queen c8. I actually had this against Wesley So in the Sinkfield Cup, and I think it was 2014 if I remember correctly. It was around that time.
I mean, this field is packed today, and we have Hikaru's game up right now. He's playing Sam Sevian. Very easy first round pairing, Danny, for Hikaru Nakamura.
That's in case you didn't know, Danya was being sarcastic on that. Sam is, I mean, okay. Hikaru makes a lot of things look easy. So jokes aside, he obviously is a strong player, but no, that's not an easy first round pairing. And this is a lot of theory that I recognize as theory, but I don't know anything about it. You know, like if you look at a book, like I don't speak French. If I look at French, I can see that it's French. I see there's patterns of words, but I don't understand it. This is like, I see this as a mainline Catalan that I've seen many times. I don't understand what's going on here.
And to add to that, Hikaru has just casually played rook d4 to d5, and know that it's not a mouse slip. He's trying to take out White's main bishop and rectify his pawn structure. That is, I've seen these types of exchange sacrifices before, and Sevian has gone into the tank.
Yeah, Sam's thinking. Again, this is 10-0, so this is also why I'm playing the opening very fast, because I really don't want to get into a situation where I'm down a lot on time. Really, really important to note. Let's see what he does. I mean, I guess I'll pre-move CD5 because it's a safe pre-move. No reason not to. I don't really expect him to play it, but he could. What he's gonna do here. That second cam is on, right? Second cam is on. Good. Well, I guess I'll minimize OBS too. No delay, nothing. Okay, that's good. All right, so he takes. Now this is not right, actually. Wait a second.
It totally doesn't lie. I mean, White can keep grabbing bishop takes a7. This is actually what is happening. Sevian deciding to take all of the material, but apparently this is really, really bad. Black can play rook a8, Danny, and after bishop d4, what is it that's so terrible about this position? Sam plays bishop c5, but this allows the pawn to get d5, and the queen can come to h3. This is going off the rails a little bit.
It's kind of a sneaky idea in a lot of these Catalans where White's light square bishop has departed. This idea where a queen can quickly come to the king side, sometimes h5, sometimes h3, and then a knight comes in. So that's a nice sneaky idea. I don't know what the move would be on bishop d4, but I think even something like knight e4, if the bishop had gone to d4, prepares c5, I would imagine, or even knight d7, I would imagine Black is still doing pretty well here, and that's probably the idea. So
I mean, look at these pawns, c5, d4, c3, and they're totally unstoppable. White can't put anything in their way. The queen is also very awkward on a5. So Hikaru playing e5, and he is the only one who can get Sevian into a essentially losing position with Black in 18 moves.
I figure if I can start rolling my pawns here, this should be kind of dangerous for White somehow. I mean, because f4 also runs into queen h3 and knight g4, and it gets very scary here for White. He's still playing very fast, so there's some kind of theory, which is interesting. Now the question is, do I go queen e6 and d4 c3 or not? That is one option. I mean, I can also go bishop b7 here. Now Sam is moving extremely fast, which is worth noting, because I don't really believe that this is theory, but He's moving so fast that it's making me question whether this is. Is this theory or is he just bluffing? I'm just gonna assume he's bluffing and go queen e6 here. I mean, you can take the pawn. I go knight e8, queen c5, d4, c3, and I mean, I assume I'm fine. I'll take with the pawn. I mean, d4, c3 looks very scary. Maybe white's okay here, but I'm skeptical. I do have to say I'm not a believer in this opening that Sam has played. Now I can go rook c8, attack the queen, and c3, c2. I mean, this looks questionable at best. This looks very questionable. I mean, I'm going to get a connect 4 here. This does not look right in my mind. Let's go here. Because now e2 is also hanging. I also have c2, c1. I mean, maybe I'm insane. Maybe this is just good for white. But Sam is playing so fast that I don't believe it. I don't believe for a second that this is correct. Okay, I create the connect 4. Goes rook. Now I have c2, c1. I mean, this just doesn't look right. This really doesn't look right. Wait, I know this is wrong, so now it's just a matter of converting it. Let me think for a second.
I mean, this is unreal how one-sided this game was.
You just said rumbling. Was that an Attack on Titan reference?
Attack on who?
Do
you know who you're commentating?
Attack on Titan?
Do you know who you're? I think you've forgotten who you're not commentating with Hess. I'm not sure you got the memo.
Not arguably the best anime. Oh my gosh. Okay, chat, it's time to torture Danya into watching AOT. We're gonna come back to that later. All right, c2, rook c1. It's a little awkward to play c2 without the immediate follow-up, but then I guess how are you gonna get the pawn, right? Queen d6 prepares e4, and then d3.
And look at white's queen. It's trapped, literally trapped. I mean, Sam could try a5 and queen b6, but for example, a5, e4. Yeah. Does this help? No, I think Hikaru could even just take it and go d3.
Can I just say what a breath of fresh air this is for me to be commentating and you to be highlighting and controlling the board? I feel so free. I also feel a little naked, but that's because of what's going on below the table. But I feel so free here that you're in control. This feels so good.
To me, at least, this looks completely lost for white. But what do I know anyway about chess? Goes a5. Yes, I go e4. Oh geez, I blundered rook f1. Oh my gosh. Whoa, I just blundered rook f1. Oh yeah, that was really careless of me. But I have queen e6, I guess. Oh yeah, that was really careless of me. I do have f6 maybe. I mean, this was just completely winning for me. Why did I do this? Oh geez, not sharp to start here. I just missed rook f1 completely. b6. Oh dear, this was unfortunate. Why did I move so fast too? Like I'm doing just fine on time. Maybe I take and go d3, queen f7, king h8, rook f6, d2 is winning. d3, rook f7, queen c5, trade rook f2. I mean, I can probably still win this, but this was so bad by me. I shouldn't have done this.
He's going to play it here. He's going to play it again. He's going to believe in it. And I think that's really cool. It's cool when players believe in their openings and their repertoire. Wait a minute.
Wait, did he just miss queen f7?
Whoa! Oh my God,
wait,
Danny.
What?
Wait. Rook f7 maybe? No, queen f7. He definitely blundered this one. No question about it.
What is he doing?
So ED, and now look at how wide open the king is. White could try rook e1 and get the rook to e8. What did Hikaru just do?
It was just unnecessary. I was shocked that he allowed it. I thought it was a mouse. I mean, let's get Hikaru back here. We see it. Yeah, he just put head in hand. You can see he
just blundered that.
That was not something he intended to do.
F6 and the game is over.
I mean, I thought you could. Okay, you couldn't play queen e6. I'm sorry, because the d4 pawn would hang. But yeah, f6 was the move. Okay, yeah.
Wow. And Sam is probably shocked right now, thinking, "What am I not seeing? Is that pawn actually defended? Is there a bishop on a2?"
Well, and it shows how tricky the position still is for white, because queen takes f7, as scary as it first looks, there's not a clear follow-up right away. You still have to take d3, as you said, open the e file for the other rook to come to e1. It's still a very, very tenuous, this is a tender moment here for white.
Without question. And you also have to refrain from the temptation to take with the rook. You might think, well, let me get both pieces on the 7th. And this threatens checkmate. That could be enticing. And I'm not actually sure.
Okay, yeah, queen c5 check, just trades queens.
But this may not look as convincing as it is, because oh no, but the rook is hanging. Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah. So if you take d3, I take the rook first, yeah.
And if I go here, then I guess there is just rook b5, rook b1.
Okay.
No stopping that.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Wow. What a wild way to start this thing off.
Maybe it occurred to me, maybe what I should have done here was rook c6 and bishop c8. Oh, and maybe I can box the, oh, that's actually beautiful. Maybe I go here, rook a6, and I box the queen. I think rook c6 and bishop c8 was actually just, yeah, rook c6 and bishop c8. That had to be the way to win this, was rook c6 and bishop c8. That's unfortunate. But still, again, I think I still am quite a bit better here. Either I'm better or he has a forced win. One or the other. I mean, we'll see very soon. We'll see very, very soon. Rook d7, rook b5, rook d3, rook b1 is winning. Yeah, it should be win. Rook e1, rook b1. Yeah, that's good. Huh. See what Sam's gonna do here. But f5 was a terrible move. Yeah, rook c6 and bishop c8 was actually, I think, almost just winning. It was just winning on the spot, because he has to go queen a8 so he can get to e4. But then I go f5 and it's very poor. Very, very poor by me. That would have just been winning on the spot. But I'm up a lot of time here, so I shouldn't really be too negative about the situation, because I mean, objectively I am probably still winning, but I could have won without allowing any of this counterplay if I just played rook c6 and bishop c8, because the pawn's already on a5, so he doesn't have any pawn pushes. Queen a8 up. Terrible. Terrible that I played f5. Although maybe f5 is fine. Probably I could have still done the same thing, where right here I could have gone oh, okay, he's gonna go like what? Oh, he has rook e1, which I didn't see at all. Oh, I didn't see this move at all. Oh, great. Okay, wait a second.
Yay!
Wait a second.
49ers 1,900.
I didn't see this move at all, so I'm really suddenly shocked.
Bezos's pocket.
The heck?
Good morning. Have you ever did a octuple fork with a pin?
Wait, what the heck is this? I didn't even see rook e1. So if I go queen d4 check, rook f2, rook g8, I'm probably winning. You can only move the, wait, no, queen d4, rook f2, rook g8 is winning. Queen d4, king g2, I don't have a win. So queen c5, rook f2.
Alrighty, rook e1. Okay, Sevian is okay. Let's show everybody what's going on here. Why is this back to equal? Rook e8 check is a threat, which, you know, we could quickly see white winning if black isn't careful. Queen e8, king e7. We're going for a walk.
And it's a perpet, because if you go to h6,
gotta go
then
back
you
to
lose.
because if you go to h6, rook f6. Yeah.
You got to go back now. This is not mate. The queen is defending the square, but white can repeat moves with queen e8, and a draw for Sevian here would be an incredible result. This is the threat.
What a save that would be. That's not what Hikaru wants.
God, what a crazy position. Now you could defend that square, Danny, but then you have to reckon with
rook e7
rook coming to e7 and queen sax. I have no idea what's going on.
This is tough, because if you're in Hikaru's shoes, and we can see him kind of shaking his head over there, we'll bring him back. You know, it's one of the hardest things to do emotionally is when you know you were winning, you have to make the sober decision to just acknowledge what the position is and probably play d2 and allow the perpetual, because bishop b5, rook e7, and you could easily lose. But it's a very hard thing to do, right? When you know you were winning before. You know, Hikaru is the best in the world at making tricky opportunities for his opponent to go wrong in these blitz and rapid events, but I don't know that he wants to risk this one.
At this and at the same time, Hikaru has had bad starts in the RC. He had half a point out of 3. I think 2 Saturdays ago he qualified easily, so he doesn't view this as a tragedy. And you know, I think he's going to make the objective decision. I think he's going to go D2 and take the perpetual here. I just don't see an alternative.
I mean, I don't really want to take a draw here, but a loss is really, really bad in round 1. Okay, it goes there. Let's hope this isn't just a blunder that loses the game. Got check here. I mean, this is ridiculous that I allowed it to get this complicated. It's insane that I did this.
PG just took $5 out of Bezos's pocket. Thanks.
See what happens. I'm threatening D2. There's no increment, which makes this really messy. Time is, he's getting too low on time. I mean, he either has something here or he just loses the game. Let's see what he does. Right, he goes there, but now, I mean, this is the safe way just to win the game because he got too low on time. I mean, if he didn't get so low on time, I might not trade, but he's got 13 seconds and he's just lost. Yeah, okay, we're gonna get the win. I'm not sure this was winning if he had played Queen F4 instead of Queen F6. Just my instinct. But I mean, he's got 4 seconds, so now like I can do anything and just win the game. I mean, that's the problem. Yeah, I mean, it's just, he's got no time. Very, very poor game. Not happy at all with it. I wonder what was going on. Let's see. First of all, let me make sure that I was right. I think right here. Oh, bishop e2 is. But I mean, this is just winning, right? Let's see. Rook c6, a5, bishop c8, queen a8, f. Oh, but he maybe not, huh? Rook f1. No, maybe it's not so clear. I thought this was just a win. It's not so clear. Yeah, e4 was a true Moron move. No reason to play e4. Now I go d3. Yeah, queen f4 is a draw here. Yeah, see, that's what when I was really quiet here, I was wondering about queen f4, and the reason I was gonna take a2, I didn't mention it because the problem is if I take a5, he has check and he has the classic right triangle, of course, and I lose the game. Classic 90 degrees. So I have to go bishop a2, and then I thought after like rook c1, I wasn't sure what's going on here. Apparently, I'm still rook c6. I mean, rook c6 is a very tough computer move to play. Very, very tough move. I mean, very hard. See what happens. Yeah, it all looks good. Let me minimize OBS. Let's play E3. Keep it simple. Simple and sweet and to the point. I guess I'll play C4. Plays E6. Okay, let's go B3. Go bishop B2, maybe D4 next move. It's all pretty normal so far. Now I can play D4. I can also just play D3. It's kind of a funky move. I can also go G3 like a Vladislav or Artemiev. So let's play G3 like an Artemiev would. G3, bishop G2, and castle. Do the double fianchetto here. This is what Artemiev would play. Artemiev would play this. In fact, I lost something similar to this against him in Gibraltar some years back. Slightly different setup in terms of piece placement, but he did the double fianchetto with C4. So let's try to play like an Artemiev. Okay, so B6. I guess I'll go here. Bishop B7 probably. Now I can always take, and also castle. I mean, normally black's gonna trade and go C5, and then you play D3, and it's just a game of chase. That's all it is, really, a game of chase. Okay, now he plays C5 here. So again, the question is, do I take on D5 or do I play D4 right away? My instinct is that I should actually trade. I don't know. My instinct is that I should trade because I have E4 even. Feels slightly wrong somehow. Feels like a position Kramnik would love. The way he's played this feels just a touch wrong, and it is a 10. There's no increment, but there are 10 minutes, so I might go into a deep tank here because this feels very slightly wrong somehow. Knight C3 is a move, but that flattens the piece placement. What Kramnik would do probably. Yeah, I think Knight C3 must be right though. I don't want to use too much time and get really low on the clock here. Let's just do it. Keep it simple here. I mean, I'm not thrilled by this. He goes Queen E7, which is also kind of interesting. Not the move I expected, that's for sure. Now I can play Rook E1. E4 is an interest. No, E4 just hangs upon. What am I saying? Queen C2 maybe. I can play A3 here. Knight D5, Bishop D5. D4 doesn't look right. Rook E1 there. Knight E4, Knight E3. So there no. Oh, Knight B5 maybe. Maybe Knight B5. Be a little bit weird. 6 Bishop F1. I'm gonna try to be a little bit weird here. Let's go Knight B5. I don't know if this is a good move or a bad move, but I kind of want to play something unusual here. Really not sure about this, but who cares? So he ignores it with Knight C6, which I'm actually very surprised by. I did not expect that at all. But now after D4, I mean, I have the 2 bishops. Doesn't mean I'm better or anything, but I have 2 bishops here. I mean, with a double op combo and the X in the middle of the board, this should be good for me. Should be good. Doesn't mean it's like winning or anything, but it should be good. Just based off of instinct, at least. But again, we'll see. We'll see what's happening. It feels very slightly better for me. I mean, Rook D8 seems like the safe move, but then I take and go like Queen B1 and Knight G5. It plays Rook A D8, which I think is also a mistake. I think he should have put the rooks on C8 because I think he wants both these files as opposed to one file. But now, okay, now I have to think. So if I take, he takes. I play Rook C1, Queen A5. I don't have to take. I can also play A3. I can also play Rook C1. Lot of options here. Lot of options. E4 is also a move. I don't want to spend too long though. Let's see. So if I take Queen A5. Queen A5. I don't have a Queen C2 Knight B4. No, that seems wrong. Queen B1 Knight C3 Queen C2 seems fine. Knight A4 trade Knight C5 Bishop A3. Not much, but I'll play it anyway. Knight B4, no. I mean, I think this is okay. I'm gonna go Queen B1 and Rook C1. Hit the queen, and we'll see what happens. I also have a3 b4. I also have knight g5 to threaten checkmate to use both these diagonals. Again, not sure how great of a move this is, but it seems worth a shot. Let's see what he does. Again, I mean, this feels better for me. This really does. With a double op combo, especially I should say. Let's see what he does. My instinct is that either this is completely equal or I'm much better, like it's like +1 or better. Okay, he goes queen e7, so he plays a very passive move. Now this sort of stops my ideas, but I can play h4 if I want. It doesn't feel right somehow. a4 gives him the b4 square. I don't like that. a3 and b4 seems like the right way to play this, but it does give him knight a5 maybe, then queen a2. Yeah, let's just be safe. Let's just play a3 here. Cut off the knight b4 tricks. This is step one. I also have e4 now as well, which is to be careful of. I can take b4, take more space potentially. I mean, he can play a5. Knight a5 I thought was not great because I just go queen a2 and b4, and the knight has to go back home. So let's see what he does. This feels very pleasant for me. He plays e5. E5 is a move, but first of all I have e4. I also have b4. b4, e4, knight h4 maybe. b4, e4, knight d2 is also a move. I can play rook d1 here. I think maybe I should have played h4 first to provoke h6, but such is life. h4, h6, h5 is also maybe interesting here, as is rook c1. c1, e4. Okay, wait. I know I'm better. I just have to find the right way to do this. Rook d1. d1, e4, knight h4, f5. Takes. Should be better for me somehow, but I just don't see it right off. Rook up d1. I mean, that is quite a bit better for me, but is it actually winning? I don't want to spend I'm not going to spend too much longer on this move because I don't really have time to burn. b4 is an obvious move. What else? Knight d2 is no good. So b4, rook d1, or knight h4 look like the only three realistic moves. h4 is also a move. Maybe h4, h5. It's probably too speculative. Feels too speculative. Okay, so I'm not playing h4, so I have to play b4, or I have to play like rook c1 or something along those lines, or rook d1 maybe also. Really don't want to do this, but I'm gonna play it because I'm down on time, which is no increment down on time. It's a little bit unpleasant to play. In a slow game, I think this is quite a bit better for white, but in a blitz game, no increment, time ticking down, you have to sort of trust your intuition. You can't just really use all that time here. See what he does. Let's play e. Oh, maybe knight h4 was right. Knight h4, g6, rook d1. Yeah, I think I should have done that, but anyway, whatever. The game goes on. I think knight h4, g6, rook d1 was the right line, but whatever. Okay, so I trade. I mean, I guess I go not actually. Wait, he's got bishop b5. So wait, go here to take the diagonal away. Step one. Try to use the double op combo because queen c2. Then his bishop gets to d3, and then it's actually not clear at all. I'm not even sure I'm better, in fact. So I have to make sure he can't stick the bishop on d3 here and create a wooden shield. Goes h6, which strikes me as a very strange move. Now I have a4. And bishop a3 or b4. Oh, this is actually a very tough decision here. I'm gonna go b4 because in the end game the pawns are on the light squares. I don't know if this is right. This is going to be an interesting thing to look at. I should have gone queen c2, not b4, by the way. But anyway, this will be very interesting after game to look at because I'm not sure which structure is right here. Like, I figure in the end game, since the light square bishop, dark squares, it's better. But I really don't know. Yeah, I should have gone queen c2 and rook c1 also. I don't know why I did this because now I'm going to go queen a2, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And he goes, wait a second, is that a blunder? Wait a second, queen a2. Wait a second, queen a2 takes. Queen f7, bishop c4. Wait, am I? Huh? Wait a second. I don't see it. Let's go for it. I don't see it. Maybe I'm insane. Maybe I'm completely insane, but I think this doesn't work. Because queen f7, I go here, knight e3, I take with check, very importantly, so he can't checkmate me on d1 with the Arabian, with the knight and the rook. I think bishop a4 is just maybe a clean blunder. Maybe he can still save this somehow, but this looks very bad. I think he's very lucky. I think he has a chance to save this, maybe.
Agreeing goal just subscribed.
Here goes queen e6. Of course, I go here. Yeah, he goes bishop c6. I guess I go like d5. I go rook d2. I mean, all very normal. Rook d1. He's gonna stack. We stack the rooks, and I mean, he's very lucky that he's not just lost here. But go here. I think I'm gonna go here. Keep the pressure on. Can't move anything. It's sort of like a zugzwang. Maybe I go bishop a1 and queen b2. Maybe that's my idea. One of the ideas that exists here, I think. And if f4, I just take with the pawn. So I mean, the real question is what can black, I mean, maybe I should have put the rook on d4, but I somehow I feel like this diagonal should play at some point in this game. I don't know when it's going to play, but I feel like it should play. And in fact here, why didn't I just, I should have gone a5. That was so bad. Now the question is, do I play h4 or not? I can also go rook d2, do the triple stack. I think, I mean, what's going on here? If he sacks both the pawns, he goes f4, and I don't believe him, because if he goes g5 takes and f4, I just take and block. I just don't believe him. Maybe he's gonna go g6 and just consolidate. I mean, he might go g5, but even takes and bishop f6 is just completely lost. I'll pre-move it because it's a safe pre-move. But I think he's gonna have to sit on the position and try to draw. But he's way down on time also, which makes this very, very unpleasant. See what his idea is here. Because also his time situation is very, very unpleasant here. I mean, I have easy moves. I can literally just dance back and forth my rooks, and then he has to think every single move. So with down a minute, no increment, this is going to be, I mean, I should win this position like 85% of the time. So he goes f4, so he actually does it. Okay, so wait. Which actually, you know, in reality, I like f4 because it's sort of a committal move. Like, it forces the position to clarify here. So wait a second. If I take, he goes e3. If I take, he goes queen h3 or something. Yeah, maybe I actually like f4 because it's the only way to try and clarify the situation before we're both too low on time. So if I take on d5, I play an end game. If I take e3, rook e2, queen h3, bishop f1 or something. Wait, I also have queen no, then he has knight e3. Wait a second. Thing is, can I actually just play a waiting move? That's what I'm. Can I just play a waiting move like king h2 maybe? Then he has queen f5 or something. Okay, takes e3. I'm gonna use like 5. I'm not gonna use much time here to calculate this. Check. King moves to h8. I take on e3. Queen h3. Wait, if I just take and go queen g6. Queen h6. Back. Queen h6, e4, knight f4, queen e3. 4 knight f6. Queen e3. This is messy. This is totally not what I wanted. No, I'm just gonna play the safe move.
Yeah. When I make moves like that, my opponent doesn't see them. I go, boo boo, choo choo, pew pew.
That's exactly right. King h2, Hikaru staying away from that.
Yeah, but he gives Esipenko.
Oh,
wait, what?
Is there knight takes e3?
Dude.
Oh, he missed it.
Knight
He had to
E3?
knight knight e3 was winning, and knight f4 was resigns because queen h3 is mate.
Oh my god.
Andrey didn't even think about it.
And he instantly racks up the queen despite winning. Oh my god.
That's the Hikaru effect.
Yeah, you just don't expect him to blunder and you miss opportunities like that. But what a shot that would have been.
But you got to see, I mean, someone of Esipenko's caliber, he's got to find that in his sleep. Like, you got to sense that Hikaru's left his rook on d2 exposed. There's mating patterns. You know, you can't just trust him unconditionally.
You know what it
That's
is,
how he wins.
Seven. Okay, now I have bishop f7 maybe. F7, queen g4, rook f4, queen e2, rook e2. I also can just go bishop f4 maybe. Yeah. I just gotta move here. I just gotta move. 90. Yeah, I shouldn't have given him this either. Yeah, I totally messed this up. This is gonna become a slop fest in the end game. Slop fest in the end game now. Bishop d5 here. Kind of choked this game a little bit. Well, that's a blunder set hangs upon an e4. And I have rook f2. Goes there. Of course, I just go here. I could have traded queens too, I guess, but anyway, whatever. Who cares?
Jordy George just subscribed.
Oh, I think rook f7 was good for him. I think he just missed something. I think rook f7 was very strong. Okay, so let's see. So now go here. I'm gonna play an endgame up 20 plus seconds on the clock. Up a pawn. Should win this. Yeah, there we go. And I just take. Eesh, that was a tough game. But we get another win. 2 up, 2 down. Very messy game. In a classical game, I'm quite confident that I win this much more cleanly. But let me turn on the lines, turn on the evaluation. So I am oh, f4 here. F4 here. Oh, and if I take e3, oh, this is so obvious now that I see the computer. Okay, it does this, which is just a big blunder. Like, this is just lost. Okay. Rook d2 is a mistake. Apparently I should go rook d4. Okay. And e takes f4 is winning. ef4, e3, check, and rook d4, queen h3, bishop f1, and this wins. Well, a little bit disappointing, but anyway, whatever. We go on. Oh! Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Oh dear. And then I don't win. Yeah, I was gonna play bishop f7 and then I played bishop f4. Yeah, I'm so bad. But anyway, okay, go here. Yeah, and rook f2. Yeah, I mean, it's funny, like I knew that takes was correct. This is a blunder, right? Because he has rook f7, like I said. Yeah, wow. Okay, we're just both terrible at chess. That happens.